Okay, welcome everybody. My name is Raven and I am president of our chapter of Phi Alpha. And with me today is the vice president, Heather.
Hello, I'm Heather, Vice President.
Let me fix that. Okay. All right, so we will be recording this meeting so we could put it up on our website. We'll go over a brief PowerPoint presentation, and then after that, I will show you a couple things and then you can ask any questions that you may have. Heather?
Yes.
Okay, never mind. So like I said, we'll go over a brief PowerPoint presentation. I'll go over a little bit about what Phi Alpha is, the requirements, your responsibilities as a member, and opportunities and benefits that you get from joining Phi Alpha. So Phi Alpha is the National Honor Society of Social Workers. There's many chapters across the United States. Our chapter is Tau Sigma. So the purpose of Phi Alpha is to provide a closer bond to among students and of social work and promote the humanitarian goals and ideas. Our vision is to aid the scholarly fellowship of social ideas and values through the altruistic promotion and of compassion, clarity, and diversity. So to qualify to become a member, which if you already have an invite to join, you already qualify. You have to be a MSW, BSW, DSW student or a PhD student. You must be at the top 35% of your class and complete at least 10 credit hours. You must pay the one-time fee of $60. Once you are a member, you are a member for life. So it doesn't matter if your grades drop below and you drop below the 35%. Once you're a member, you're a member. So as a member, you have certain responsibilities that requires providing 3 hours of volunteer work per academic quarter. You submit those on our website. There is a form on the website, and I'll show you after the PowerPoint where to locate that and what it looks like, just in case you're curious. You have to attend 2 mandatory meetings a year and participate in the Social Change Project, which is currently on hold and has been on hold the last few years because of COVID. I'm hoping to start it by the end of, sometime next year or the beginning of the following year, depending on how things go. So some of the opportunities are and benefits are, right now we are rebuilding our chapter of Phi Alpha. So we wiped everything out and we were starting. Before, our chapter was only just 2 member meetings a year, and that's it. Now we're having more webinars. We have a Facebook that we post on often. We have a media club, um, you know, and as a member, you have the chance to participate in rebuilding the chapter by, giving us suggestions, giving us your ideas. You can become an officer. Um, and we currently do have 2 positions open. So, and I'll talk more about that in the induction ceremony, once we have that. But you can become an officer, during the other webinars in between the mandatory meetings. You get more exposure to the social work field. In the past, we've had the librarian come, which is a social worker, but we had Walden's librarian come and speak. A research social worker. We've had advisors. The next all member meeting, we're going to have, right now we have a poll on Facebook, and the members are, putting what they want to see at the next meeting. So we're going to pick from that list and have a social worker from that field come in and speak to everybody, um, about what they do, and then have a Q&A for students. So, they get to learn about that field that they're curious or may want to, work in the future. And of course, any other ideas that come up, are welcome for those webinars. So since I mentioned Facebook, we do have an exclusive Facebook page. It's for members only. And that's there, just to, you can ask for help, you can provide ideas, memes, you can de-stress. It's just for us colleagues and members of Phi Alpha. Lastly, we have a media club that we just started, and I'll let Heather talk about what the media club is, since that's her project. So go ahead, Heather.
Hi, everyone. So one way I wanted to help kind of get us to create a network and support each other is to start a media club. I know we're all busy, so it's like a book club. We'll be reading books in the future, but we also utilize podcasts, YouTube videos, movies, documentaries, and then we get together and have a group discussion. We started with The Hate U Give, which was a really good one, and we always relate it back to social work. I'm in the process now of deciding on a podcast to listen to, that I'm probably going to start in January, just because there was a lot of people who were interested in learning about military social work. So that's kind of what we're doing. That's also going to be done through the Facebook page as well.
Okay. So I'm going to stop the PowerPoint now so I can put in a couple well, I'll put the websites in a little bit, but I want to show you the volunteer form because I do get questions about this. So when I speak about 3 volunteer hours a academic quarter, now these hours can be related to anything that involves social change or helping out those in need. Reading books to children at a local community, soup kitchens, taking time to, to pass out necessities to the homeless, just anything that helps out those in need. And it can be online too. You can do it through Zoom. And then you'll submit those hours on our website. So our website, let me pull it up. So now our website, now we have 2 websites. We have the National Honor Society, Phi Alpha Honor Society website, which is the national website. And then we have Walden's chapter website, which is where we post in all the time. As the Walden chapter, we use this website page. So you know, you'll go to the which I'll post in the chat, but you'll go to the website and you'll go for the volunteer forms, and then you'll go to volunteer forms. And it's a really easy form to fill out. So basically, you just read this over, put in your information, the date, your email, your, you know, what organization you volunteered with, hours you gave, the description of your volunteer duties, put in your then put in your, or you don't have to put your email in, but at least you have to put in your school email, your signature, and then electronically sign it and submit it. So it's very easy. A lot of students are always intimidated by the volunteer part, or they're confused. So now that I've gone over that, I'll open up the floor for questions. So you may ask us any question and we'll answer.
Hello. So I'm joining a little bit late. Sorry about that. I'm just wondering, sorry, you were talking about volunteer hours. So are we expected to have a certain number of volunteer hours? Is this what you're saying?
Yes, 3 hours an academic quarter.
And I'd like to point out, only because Dr. Walker usually does this during the induction as well, those volunteer hours are not something that we're going to be calling up and making sure that you did them. They can be something as simple as picking up trash on the side of the road, you know, reading at your local library, helping anyone in your community. And it's not something that we're going to call and make sure that you've actually done those things. It's just a way for you to get involved with your local community. And the forms are just to meet the National Honor Society's requirements for us. So it's not something that you have to volunteer at a huge corporation or anything like that. We're not going to call supervisors. It's just for our records.
Okay, so I currently volunteer regularly with an animal assisted therapy, like it's actual, it's equine assisted, sorry, my brain's not working anymore today. It's finally given up. It's so it's therapeutic riding. So it's Equine Therapeutic Riding Association, and I volunteer with people, like helping them out with the horses and getting them on the horses and working with them, guiding them and stuff like that. So I imagine that would account for volunteer hours. Does it have to
Yes.
be, does it have to be different all the time, or can it be
No,
Nope.
the hours you're doing?
no,
Nope.
anything. It could be anything. It could be something you do regularly. It could be something new. It could just be anywhere. Anywhere you want, as long as it's 3 hours, and it's helping in a way, helping communities, helping people, as long as it's volunteer.
Thank you.
That's exactly what I was gonna ask, but she already asked.
Yeah.
Like if
Oh.
it has to be different.
And yeah, no, it's anywhere, anything, you know, it's just helping people and helping the community, basically, you know, being altruistic, basically.
All right.
There will not be a reminder for the volunteer hours, so you got to kind of you know, track that yourself.
Okay.
Um,
I was gonna ask, no pictures or views are needed?
No, you don't
Okay.
have to. You can take pictures if you want, as long as you're not breaking any privacy or HIPAA laws. You can
Mhm.
take pictures if you want and post them on Facebook, as you know, people, we like to see those kinds of things, but that's optional. You don't have to submit that. You just submit the form and that's it, you know.
Okay.
and Ashley asked in the chat about the process of becoming a member. So you'll receive an invite. Once you get that invite, you'll fill out the application and pay your fee. But it is invite only. So I'm assuming since you've gotten this far, you've most likely gotten an invite.
So I know you guys said there's a national chapter as well. So like, will there be any like in-person events with Walden's chapter or with the national chapter, or is it just strictly like?
You usually know, but since, like I said, we do social change projects, and once we do, you know, we have the option of submitting that and the process to the National Honor Society with photos and have the opportunity to win the Honor Society money and stuff like that. But as of right now, no. But like I said earlier, I am hoping to get a project starting sometime next year. Since, you know, since there's like not all schools have that have Phi Alpha. Not all schools are online like Walden. Some are in-person schools and their chapters are in person. Ours is online. So our project would be an online based project, but you know, we will have opportunity to submit that to the national chapter. So, but in the future, like I said, I'm hoping, or maybe we can even in the future have a co-event with a different chapter. We're rebuilding our chapter right now because, like I said earlier, it was nothing but just 2 meetings a year, and that's it. Since I took over as president, I'm trying to build it into more that will benefit the social work students, and of course our members. And that's why I said we're starting to have these webinars. I'm hoping to get a project started, you know, working together, get a project starting, maybe, you know, co-event with a different chapter. So we have a lot of opportunities to do that right now since we're building a whole new foundation.
So question, you said there's a national website or group. Now, I'm in Canada, so I'm not sure that there's like international groups or anything like that that you're aware of.
Well, you're a Walden student, so you would be part of the national, which is, you know, all over the United States. But since you're part of Walden, you're part of that. So there's no international chapter right now.
Thank you.
I did post the Walden's website for our Phi Alpha chapter in the chat. I'm going to post the national one in just a moment. As far as our induction ceremony, because I know you guys have not been inducted yet, that's going to be in January. I'm going to submit the date probably early next week, and then you'll get the invite for the induction ceremony. You will get an email after your application and fee. You will receive an email with the invite in January. So or once I submit the date, they're going to send you that email that, you know, hey, this is your induction ceremony date. So that's the notification you'll get. It's not a long process.
How many members?
We have a lot of members. I haven't asked for a recent number, but we've been having a good amount each drive. So we have, like I said, you're a member for life, so we have a lot.
I think right now our active member Facebook page is over 500 members.
That's
But
just
that doesn't-
active, that's just Facebook.
Yeah, and that's just Facebook. That doesn't include everyone who hasn't decided to join or might have graduated and just doesn't do anything with it anymore.
Yeah, but there's thousands of members. But as students graduate, they become less active. So each time we get more students at the beginning of the program, you know, that's a whole new wave, and you know, so it just keeps going.
Approximately, how many do you guys get new per term, I guess? If you guys are recruiting, I don't know how often you guys are recruiting, probably each term, if people have to do a certain amount prior to.
Right, we get anywhere from 70 to 200.
It's quite a bit. Do you have any information on the amount of students at Walden?
No, I don't.
Do you have an idea of the percentage of who
No.
joins from the amount of people in Walden?
I can. I would have to ask student I would have to ask student organization for that information. The only information that I track personally for to see if what I'm doing is working, like we've never had Q&As before. We've never had a flyer before, and all that has been since we've joined, and Heather and I have, you know, started doing that kind of thing. But so that's the only thing I track, is how many we get per quarter, and then I just, you know, put it in a sheet and see how many and what we did that month. Like, did we send out a flyer that month? Did we do this month? Did we speak to a class this month? To see if it's working. So that's the only reason why I track that. Otherwise, we wouldn't track it. Only the student organization would track that.
Sorry, yeah, I guess my curiosity kind of lies in how
Oh, no, that's okay.
Um,
Doesn't hurt.
how exclusive this group is, and kind of how many people are actually getting GPAs over 3.5 in Walden. Just out of curiosity, I don't know.
That student organization has, because they're the one who has to pull the names of the students. They have some kind of program. It pulls the names of those students, and then they send invites. If they meet all the criteria, they send out the invite. So that's what
Mhm.
student organization does.
Yeah, I'm just curious as to how many people are actually getting meeting the requirements in Walden social work area, I guess, is my question really.
Yeah, I don't have that answer. Sorry. Student organization will. If you go and try to find the email on the student organization page, you can probably email them and they could probably give you that answer.
Okay, thank you.
Are there any other questions?
Sorry, who did you say to get a hold of for that information?
Student organization.
Student organization. Thank you.
Now, the student organization page is where, you know, where they take care of like all the honor societies and clubs and everything that's on there. I'll post the link to their website.
Thank you.
There you go. If you look around, you might be able to find their email address somewhere there. I know it's there somewhere. Is there any other questions? Okay, so again, you will, as soon as I submit the date for your induction ceremony, you will get an invite that is sent out with the time, the date, and the link to the induction ceremony. We do record that and we do put it on our website as well. Yes, you had a question?
Yes. Hi, everyone. I wanted to find out, do you have an idea? I know you said January for the induction. Do you have an idea of whether it's first or second week?
It will be the week of sometime the week of the 16th.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So it'll be during that week for sure.
I was gonna ask you something else. Do we get like an ID or something like that? No?
An ID,
Yeah,
you will
I'm just
get
curious.
you will get a certificate, and you will get a pin, a lapel pin, 6 weeks after about 6 weeks after your induction. So you'll be able to put that in a nice frame and be able to hang it up and everything. It's a really
Yeah.
nice certificate.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Mhm. And then, of course, on the national website and at trophyshops.com, there is more Phi Alpha. And I have it posted on our Facebook page too on how to get there, but where you can get more merchandise like the stole, the cords, and stuff like that too.
Thanks.
Mhm. Andrea?
Sorry, 1 second. So, oh my God, my question left me. Come back to me in a second. I'm done, I think, today. Sorry, I have jet lag and I've been through a whole virtual session today, so I'm a little bit gone. I'll remember in a second.
Okay, that's fine. But yeah, like I said, as soon as I submit that date, you'll get your invite right away. We do record that. We do put it on our Facebook page, so that way, if you want to show family, or for those of you who are not able to attend the ceremony, you'll be able to watch it. That is something new that we implemented as well, because before, they weren't giving out, they wouldn't post it, but they would record it. And so now I make sure that it's always on our chapter website. So we have a few on there already. We even have a couple of the all member meetings that we had in the past on there as well. So yeah, Andrea?
Hi, so I'm curious, you say members are members for life. Do you have to maintain the GPA that's required to be invited?
No, once you're a member, it doesn't matter if your GPA falls, you're already a member. So you're a member for life, no matter what, once you're a member.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm. Okay, is there any more questions? Okay, so I'll go ahead and we'll end it here. Give me about a week or so and this will be posted on our website. So if you don't remember anything that was said, you'll be able to come back and reference it. So I want to thank you guys for coming in and, asking us questions and meeting with us. I hope we answered, those questions that you had, and, we'll see you again during the induction ceremony.
Thank you, Raven. Thank you,
Thank-
Heather.
Thank you for
Thank you,
your time.
everyone.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Thanks. Nice to meet everyone.
Happy holidays. Have a good one.
Oh, yeah, happy holidays.
Same to you guys.
Happy holidays.